The dream was realized in 1983 when two women put in motion an idea to help St. Paul's growing homeless population.
St. Peter and 7th or so, and it was basically across from the bus depot. The two women we would consider the first co-founders, Betty Lamb and Patty Deese, basically sat around a heater in December to keep warm, and they prayed, and that's how it began.
But they determined that the greatest void in a homeless person's life was some place to belong. And so that was their impetus behind starting it. And they started with just a couple of card chairs and wanting to listen to people.
So basically, we found a few people to donate day old donuts, and we had a cup of coffee always, and it was like, we called it the living room for people on the streets. And people would come in and just visit, and someone would donate checkers or chess and play games, but mostly dedicated to listening.
Ironically, the Listening House would itself be homeless a number of times over this first decade, but somehow it always found a home.
Eventually, Catholic Charities offered us the basement of Mary Hall, and we ran Listening House with a lot of volunteers. Barbers came in once a week and cut hair, and we'd have like one telephone available for them to make phone calls. Sometimes we had bus tokens. We could help them to get to a job interview.
And at that time, there was a real tension between the organization and police. You had police saying they harbor criminals, and you had social service people saying, don't let police in, they'll make life miserable for people. And so I had a quest to close that gap so that we could find some common denominators. Fortunately, I had great partners in the police department who wanted to try it as well.
With 16 grandkids, I'm finna enjoy myself.
You should.
Hey.
And what I had asked the police is come in a non-arrest situation so we all get to know each other. And after a time, people started to call officers by their first name.
Yeah, sometimes I try to use it, yeah. Listening House for me has helped me learn about people. It's learning their story, learning where they come from. And then they ask you questions about your life and where you come from. And pretty soon, you have a mutual respect for one another.
In 2016, it was time for Listening House to move once again.
It was quite the search on the facility. And about that time, I was talking with Pastor Chris from First Lutheran, who had said, why don't you come over here and look at some space that we have available? So in many ways, felt like a divine intervention.
Well, being homeless is a hard thing because the streets have no pity for anybody. The streets do not discriminate against your color or whatever. When you're homeless, you're homeless.
He said to me, we have been praying for a mission, for God to send a missionary here to pray for this place.
But most of all, I saw that people having a need to have others listen to their stories. You're giving back to other people what you yourself. After a while, it was like being on holy ground.
I love the realness, I guess I would call, of Listening House. People tell their stories and can just keep it real.
I'm just great and blessed by God that there's a place that will help me. I had nowhere to go. I literally had no resources, no phone. It was good to see someone smiling. It really helped. It was a good, nurturing environment.
Basically, we provide hope. We definitely provide understanding. And through failure, we bring understanding. Through loss, we bring gain. From clothing to housing to just conversation.
I gained strength of spirit with the people here. Their lives are horrendously poor, and at the same time, they have a rich spirit that they share with each other.
They're giving me a place, to come vent and socialize.
It's an environment for me to come and connect. It's a beacon in my dark tunnel.
I just love being with this population. I just love these people. I see their talents. I just see their struggles. Excuse me. I just want to be part of their lives and help them wherever I can.
All right, Brother Will, man.
You too, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, hey. And it's a family friendship. And it is something that I didn't think I'd ever have.
The listening house, it just gives people a break from, from being outside, from being on the streets. For people that come here during the day that stay in shelter, it's dignity and respect.
What I love about Listening House are the people. I do. I really love the people. I love that we're able to serve our folks with kindness and care and dignity. I love that when folks come in, we know them by name. We know what's happening in their lives.
You might need somebody just to listen to you, and they would do that.
It is our wish to continue to be that beacon of hope for another 35 years and beyond.
We have the ministry of the ear. The Benedictines say we don't only listen with our minds, but we listen with the ears of our heart.